Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
Okay. You.
Hi, I'm Yanako. I'm a pre-debut VTuber. This is my first time actually streaming on like Twitch that wasn't like 5 seconds long. So yeah, I don't really know much of what I'm doing, and I'm not really in the stage of things yet. So yeah, look forward to when I'm actually like doing stuff next. It would be
So I think wait, was that Luminous or Nyanako who just spoke?
That was Nyanko that just now. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the chat as Xenodor, but my name is Virtual Beelzebub. You can find me on YouTube at Virtual Beelzebub TV. I do gaming streams, D&D content, and improvised storytelling.
Oh yeah, we should tell what our Twitters are too, shouldn't we?
Yes. I'm clipping already. Leave me alone, Jackson. Please. Okay, let's take... I'm just gonna try every single source capture thing there is.
Just add on, I'm at Nyanako_VT on Twitter. It's kind of a skeleton account right now, though, because I'm still very early into pre-debut stuff.
That leaves me, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I'm Zero, and yeah. Okay. You can find my Twitter at 010k, and same on all socials. I'll be playing MC. You can find my Twitter
Oh
at
yeah,
010K,
roles. Whoops, another thing we forgot.
Same on all socials. I'll be playing MC.
Roles or rules?
Roles, like what girl we're playing and stuff.
Oh.
I'll be the narrator, and I think Natsuki? One of the girls.
Yeah, Bubsuki.
I'm Nyanako, and I'm playing Monica.
Yeah, Bubsuki.
Oh, Zen, you never got to introduce yourself.
Oh, sorry, I was watching stream chat. But hey guys, it's me, Zen. Obviously, I like to draw. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Zen Serious. And I like to play games like this. It's kind of chill and fun. So just look up Zen Serious on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
I did it!
I'm there.
You did it? You figured it out?
And I'll be playing Sayori on Doki Doki. Let's see if I die or not, right? Shall I die or not? I will be willing to die for you if that's what you want me to. Do you want me to die? It will be a noble death.
God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say I'm Yuri. That's Pog.
We don't know. We don't know if I'll die or live. You guys will just have to watch the stream.
I've got giant titties.
An important character trait.
Stop being dumb, please. Ducky. Why are you so mean to me?
I will be relying on my awesome mods, Johnny and Crimson. Because I'll be watching the game and not the Twitch stream. Yes, you guys can.
That mean we're ready now?
Definitely.
I guess so.
Pretty sure.
Alright, let's play.
Let's go!
Does that mean we're all ready now?
Alright.
MC, are you kidding? That's so
Yeah.
bland. You were so
Shut up.
bland.
Alright. Narrator? Shut up.
Alright. Let's see.
Sorry.
I see an annoying girl running towards me. Oh wait, no, that's the main character.
No, that's the narrator.
It says my name when I have to go.
Oh, there's a delay, I think.
There is a light delay, but
It
it's
says it says my name when I have to go.
Better than if we did it from like one stream.
Wait,
that
this
is the narrator.
Who's the main character, by the way?
Yeah, this is the main character slash narrator.
That's like, so this is kind of like the thought dialogue in his head.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
narrator's.
Me, I
So
am.
that would be Zero who's voicing the narrator, right? Or I mean,
No,
the main character.
you're
right?
the narrator. Wait, are you the narrator? Who's the
Yeah, I'm
narrator?
the narrator, so this would be Zero then.
Yes.
I
Wait,
see
no,
my
because
name
you're the
as well.
narrator. That's the narration. That is the narration.
Wouldn't narration be in third person? I can read it. I'm just making
That
sure.
is in it's in first person, but it's still narration.
No,
Okay.
when I go,
When
it'll
he
say my
talks,
name.
it has like an MC thing. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. I see an annoying girl running towards me
No, when I go,
from the
it'll
distance,
say my
waving her
name.
arms in the air like
Yeah.
she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but started around high school. She would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again,
Oh god.
but I got you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Maybe
You seem like you were
but
thinking
only
about
because I
ignoring
decided
me.
to stop and wait for you.
That's mean, MC.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Come on, man. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Come on, man.
But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. Whatever you say, Sayori.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled
Yeah, man.
with other students
It already
making their
started.
daily commute.
What's up, legend?
By the way, MC, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
I told you already. Interested in join. Oops.
Club? I haven't been looking either.
I goofed. That's not true.
I haven't been looking either.
You told me you would join a club this year.
My bad. Did I? My bad. Did I?
I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. You do that later, Brandon? I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Alright. No promises though. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you
Will
happy.
you at least promise me you'll try a little?
No promises though. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay.
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to it. I guess Seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation.
Mood.
Clubs.
Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs.
Clubs.
I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori, about this?
Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out.
Sayori?
I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I
You don't
thought
need
you
to
might
wait
need
up
some
for me
encouragement,
if it's
so I
going to
thought,
make
you
late to
know...
your own club. You know what? Jesus, Sayori, why?
Well, that you could come to my club.
You know what? Sayori,
Yeah?
there's no way I'm going to your Sayori. club.
Ah,
There's
meanie.
no way I'm going to your club.
Sayuri is the vice
True.
president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Yeah. Why do you care so much anyways?
Well,
Why do you care so much anyways?
I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Sayori.
I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an
Don't make
airhead, or if
promises
she's
you
so
can't keep,
cunning
Sayori.
as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh.
Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used to for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I thought I told you not to call me a new member, Sayori.
Eh? I glance around the room.
I thought
Big
I told
titty
you not to
bitch.
call me a new member, Sayori.
Welcome to the club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Wait, is this one me?
This
Natsuki.
is-
Yeah, that's Natsuki.
Who is Nanko?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way
Wait,
to kill
wait.
the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
Natsuki.
sorry. I'm being small. brain.
Ah, MC! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club!
Oh my god.
MC!
All words escape me in this situation. This club
Dot.
is full of incredibly cute girls. Priorities, man, priorities. What are you even looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki, Sorry.
Sorry.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy.
Yeah, it's good.
And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Yeah, I'm here.
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid,
Yuri.
seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Wait, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is
well,
that right?
it's nice to meet both of you.
That's right.
Alright, I just wanted to check.
It's great to see you again, MC.
Is everything good, Legend?
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little...
You too, Monica? Yeah, I know, have a delay.
Come sit down, MC. We made room for you at the table.
You too, Monica?
So you can sit next to me or Monica.
Love the delay.
I'll get the cupcakes.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, I
Yeah,
made them!
sorry,
I'll
but
get
PC
them!
really doesn't like handling this stuff.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been
This is
widened
the
so that
best I
there's
can
one
do,
space
man.
next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Oh,
Natsuki lifts the foil off of the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. It is adorable.
so cute. Kawaii.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first, then Monica, I follow.
Is it
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take bites. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself.
Damn, Natsuki, it's really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Damn, Natsuki, it's really good.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Thank you, Natsuki.
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything?
I thought you technically did. Sayori.
Well, maybe,
I thought you
but not
technically
for
did.
you know
Sayori
you,
said.
dummy.
Alright.
I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri
Alright,
returns to the
alright.
table, carrying a tea set.
Sorry, Natsuki.
She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? What are you? You're.
Don't worry, the teachers
You
gave
keep
us
a whole
permission.
tea set in this classroom?
After
What are
all,
you? You're.
doesn't a hot cup...
What are you?
I'm illiterate, I'm sorry. Doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Bonk.
Ah, I get.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Ah, I guess. I'm sorry, Legend. My
that's
computer
not-
can't handle it.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe in you. You're. Well, the tea and reading might be a pastime, but I at least enjoyed it.
I'm
Well,
glad.
the tea and reading might be a pastime,
Yuri
but I at
faintly
least enjoy
smiles to
tea.
herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by a Sayori.
Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so I decided to give it a try. Well, I haven't.
That's okay.
joined
Don't be
any clubs
embarrassed.
yet, and Sayori
We'll make
seemed
sure you
really
feel
happy
right
here,
at home,
so I
okay?
decided to give it a try.
As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably become a board member of any major club. Weren't you the leader of the debate club?
Well, you know.
Probably become a board member of any.
To be
major club.
honest, I can't stand
you
all the
the leader of the
politics around the
debate
major
club last
clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
And I'm surprised there aren't more people. in
Not
the
many
club
people
yet.
are very interested in putting out
It
all
must
the
be
effort
hard
to
to
start
start a
something
new
brand
club.
new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
I know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, main character, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well,
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
Manga?
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's
Manga?
head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change.
What am I saying? I spoke without thinking
Well,
after seeing
that
Yuri's
can
sad
change.
smile.
Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
Just tracing my teacup. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanships behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once.
Read? You read a horror book once? Well done.
I
Mike desperately grasps something I can relate to at the minimal level.
I mean, if it's a bad horror book, yeah.
Thank you.
At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
Monica bullying me? What the fuck? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Sorry, Legend. Terrible person. Yuri.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Well, sorry, you're
Natsuki's ours.
Natsuki.
Natsuki's ours, yes. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud.
You left a piece of...
And give
Why
that
do you
back.
sound like...
Fine.
You sound like Cartman from fucking South Park. What the hell?
Maybe I should
Oh
go
my
for a softer
God.
tone? I mean, this
Your
character has a cunt.
Your poems.
No. Even it's just go for Toad. Go for Toad from Mario.
No.
The highest pitched voice you possibly can. There we go. That's pretty
Not
good.
Toad.
That.
Oh, that's so
But
cute.
a bit lower. A bit lower. Oh, hi, August.
Terry.
Oh.
Or Buffsuki.
your,
Go for Buffsuki. Sorry.
your
Terry.
cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I am not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poem?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
Natsuki, you write your own I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
I think that's impressive.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
Why don't you share them sometimes?
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer, are you? Gary? Not a very confident writer, are you?
Oh, fuck. I understand how Natsuki feels.
Gary?
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Oh, so pretentious.
Do you have any writing experience? Oh, tenses. Do you have writing experience, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for you. Wholesome tags. Oh god.
I hate these
Aw,
characters
I
who
wanted
write
to read
something.
everyone's poems.
They're so annoying. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
These poems are gonna be awful.
That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Natsuki and Sayori look
Plus,
exactly
now that
the
we have a new
same.
member,
Slightly
I
different.
think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
They both even have pink.
Isn't that right, MC?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again.
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me
Hold
joining
on,
the
there's
club,
still one
I've bluntly
problem.
come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any solid decision.
You're the protagonist. You literally don't have.
I still have other clubs to look at, and
This isn't called Doki Doki Anime Club. I lose my train of thought. All
I
four
still have
girls
other
stare
clubs to
back
look
at me
at,
with
and,
dejected eyes.
But
I'm sorry. I thought.
MC.
You all. I'm
I'm
defenseless.
defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like
You
this?
I'm defenseless.
That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls.
Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature.
One by one, the
Right.
girls' eyes light up.
Okay, I decided then.
Yes,
I'll join
I'm
the
so
literature club.
happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey,
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would
Hey.
be super pissed.
then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good
Thanks, I
note.
guess.
Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring for the next meeting, so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
MC, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah, nothing menacing about this.
Can I really impress the class star Monica with my
Yeah,
mediocre
Nothing
writing
menacing
skills?
about this.
I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, MC, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
No! That's right, Sayori. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs.
Sure, I might as well.
Yay!
With that,
Sure,
the two of
might
us
as
depart
well.
the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. God. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
So, what girl are we going for? Just because I know how this game goes, might I suggest Sayori?
Sure.
Go for
We
it.
all know how this
No
game goes.
words for Sayori though.
I think at least one of us doesn't, so I won't say like why, but to give Sayori like
I don't.
some
know
lines
words
more,
for Sayori,
is all I'll
though.
say.
I like the
Yeah.
word vivacious. That belongs in every poem.
That's yeah.
Yuri. I mean, we can all choose one word at a time, and whatever the outcome is. So, I'll go with swimsuit. We can all choose one word at a time, and whatever the outcome
Fear?
is. I'll go with swimsuit. Lumi.
Me? Oh. Are we going for Sayori?
No, it's whatever word you want.
I'm slow. I'm literally slow. Philosophy. Big brain word.
No, it's whatever
Give
word
me
you
a
want.
Stupid poem.
Natsuki. Or Butsuki.
Natsuki.
Okay.
Word Natsuki.
Massacre. Why not?
Butsuki.
So we're going for Yuri, huh?
Pog Yuri.
Yuri. I was
My
thinking
mass
Yuri.
milker's
Monica
waifu. She's
too.
so pog.
Did you say anger, Zen?
I was
Oh,
thinking
daydream.
Yuri.
Oh, okay. Is it my turn then?
Yeah.
Question? The word question.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll go Essence.
Oh. Am I next?
Yeah. I'll go Essence.
Heaven sent. Ahaha. Oh.
Yeah. Guess we're going Yuri, man. Next word.
Who's next?
I think Natsuki
Uh,
is next. I don't know. I wasn't
word?
keeping
I
up.
have no idea.
I'm too slow. I'm way too slow. I don't like this.
Let's go with broken.
That's weird.
Is it my turn then, or whose turn?
yeah. It's your turn.
We should go in some sort of order.
I guess,
You really should.
Vivid?
Yeah. It's your turn.
Okay, Natsuki.
You
I
really
just went.
should. I'll go.
Oh wait, no.
then.
Sayori. I mean Sayori. She hadn't had one in a while.
Ribbon.
I'll go then. Let's go agonizing. Why not?
Disoriented.
Let's go agonizing.
You just what?
Why not? Natsuki.
Alright. Chocolate.
Natsuki.
Yummy, delicious.
Hmm.
Where's Monica? What the fuck?
I'm not here. Hopeless.
Good question.
She's
Why
gone.
isn't one?
Dog.
She's doing things. She's busy.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna put my dog inside the house. He's barking pretty loud.
Okay.
Wait, hold up.
Whose turn?
Put my dog inside
Summer.
the house. He's barking pretty loud.
So,
Wait, was the one who went out the one with
Yes.
the dog? Okay.
yeah. So now we just be funny,
My bad.
I
I'm
guess.
here.
We
I'm here.
entertain.
My
Oh,
bad.
he's back.
What was the word?
Summer.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, nice.
My bad. What was
It's
the
you,
word?
me, MC. Yeah.
Oh, let's go Starscape. Okay.
Existence.
Last one.
We're really going for Yuri, huh? Oh, is it my turn?
Let's go Starscape.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pog.
Yeah.
Last one.
Dazzle.
That's
Hit him with
Give
the
him the
old
old
one.
razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
Sparkly. Yummy.
Hi again, MC. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. I wouldn't trade this, honestly. Might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my words. Nah, don't worry. I
Well,
wouldn't
I'm
trade
back
this,
at the
honestly.
literature club.
Might be
I
a
was
little
the
strange
last to
for
come
me,
in,
but
so
I at
everyone
least
else
keep
is
my words.
already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, MC. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a
How
commitment for
overwhelming
you.
could this possibly be at the fucking literature
Making you
club?
dive headfirst into literature when you're
overwhelmed
not so
by books, you have
accustomed to it?
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Manga's dope.
Mm.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Yeah, sure, bitch.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys.
I hate my character so
MC
much.
always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with his busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is messy and distracting. You clean up. And you almost set your fire. That's because
You almost said
you almost set your fire on the house. You set your house on fire.
I mean, if you drop a house on a fire, I'm sure it'll
You
go out.
almost set your
So-
fire on house. You set your house on fire.
Oh wait, Book. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and MC can become good friends too.
Um,
Sayori, come on, man.
stupid bitch. Sorry.
Sayori.
Game is
man.
25% ... and As
There
usual,
we-
Sayori seemed oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori.
What? For me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
What? For me?
It's really nothing.
What is it, Sayori?
Never mind. Sayori
What is it?
made it sound like a
Sayori?
big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Rescued.
First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Don't worry about it. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. First of all, it'll make me happy no matter what it is. So, any
said
nice
so?
gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Yeah,
Kiss ass.
I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. What it is.
Alright. Well, here.
Yeah,
Gimme.
I won't make it a
Yuri
big deal
reaches
if you
into
don't
her
want it
bag
to be.
and pulls out a book.
I didn't want to.
My bad.
So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
My
It's
bad.
a short read,
My
so
bad.
it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Won't throw it out in the trash.
I enthusiastically
Thank you.
take that book.
Definitely read this. Won't throw it out in the trash can.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Sam. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah,
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book.
Sorry. I was just spacing out.
mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Oh.
I was just spacing out.
It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
Spotted herself being noticed. What's wrong with this woman?
The book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of
You gave
it.
me, right?
Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Yeah,
Ah,
Just
well,
curious,
when I stopped at the
how
bookstore
come you have
yesterday...
2 copies of the same book?
That's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Liar.
Ah, I see. Weirdo.
There's something
Cunt.
fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go.
I see. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts
I'll
to pick
definitely
up,
start
you might
reading
have
it
had
soon.
hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so?
Story
What
about
is it even about anyways?
Well,
Me and MC, same
That's
page.
so. What is it even
Yuri
about
closes the book
anyways?
and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange.
Foreshadowing.
She gets targeted by these people who are escaped from a human or... sorry. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust.
Foreshadowing.
No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's
Foreshadowing.
kind of.
That's kind of dark, isn't it?
Relatable story,
You
huh?
made it sound like it was going to be a
That's
nice story.
kind
So if that dark turn came from nowhere, Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, MC?
No!
It's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so I don't worry.
I hope so.
It's not that. I mean,
Yeah, I
can
totally
definitely
forgot
enjoy
that
these
Yuri
kinds
is
of
into
stories,
those
so
things.
I don't worry.
She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy,
Oh, yes.
that philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly you thought you related to the
Philosophy in
protagonist.
horror stories is usually bullshit.
They made out to be the naive one
Come
for
up with
letting
some
their one-sided
garbage
morals
explanation for
interfere
why
with
they
the
do
villain's
awful
plans.
things. That totally doesn't
I'm-
justify their actions
I'm
at all.
rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost any interest or anything.
Well,
Hey, don't
I
apologize.
guess it's alright then.
I haven't lost
But I
any
feel I
interest
should
or
let you
anything.
know that I have this problem.
Oh, goddammit.
When I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts,
What do? Kill people?
I kind of forgot to pay attention to other people.
Oh,
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange.
dude, amen.
And please stop me if I start talking too much.
It's kind of strange.
If MC was gonna do that,
I don't really think you need to worry though. It just means you're passionate about reading. It's kind of strange. The least I can do is listen. I don't really think you need to worry. It's a literature club. It just means you're passionate about reading. It's a literature club after all. The least I can do is listen. It's a
That's-
literature club. Oh my god.
Well,
It's a
that's
literature
true.
club after all. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
In fact, I might as well what are you saying? Get started reading it, right? Just a moment ago, you were saying you were looking forward to it. What are you saying? Let me just get the book. A moment ago, you were saying you were looking
I
forward
quickly
to
retrieved
it.
the book that I put into my bag.
Alright, let me just get the book. It's fine if I sit here, right?
I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Alright. It's fine if I sit here,
Yeah.
right?
Contact.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
Well, you're not supposed to point that out, you
That's.
dickhead.
Are you
I'm
sure?
I'm sorry.
You seem
It's
a
not
little
that I don't want you to.
apprehensive.
It's just something I'm not very used to.
Making it uncomfortable, you dickhead.
Something happened to our Yuri. Something happened to our Yuri. I guess she'll come back. I'll just keep on skipping through it then. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I see.
Sorry about that.
I opened the book and
Just
start
tell
with the
me if
prologue.
I end up distracting
I was
you or anything.
interrupted, but
I
it's
soon
fine.
understand
Alright.
what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking down at her book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just.
Just what?
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
Anxiety will do it.
I do.
Yuri, you really,
I really don't. I don't
really
really mean to.
apologize a lot, don't you?
Sorry. I mean,
Here, this should work, right?
I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold
Here,
my
this
book
should work,
more
right?
between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is on the way, so instead I use my right hand to open the book.
Scandalous.
I guess that makes it
Oh my
kind
God,
of
this is
difficult to turn the page.
Here.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to
Yuri
turn the
takes her
page.
left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Huh.
Do we need to
I
censor
do the
this?
same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it clips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddling even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Titties. Are you ready?
Eh?
This guy is so fucking hopeless.
Turn to the page. Oh, wait.
Oh,
To turn.
I'm sorry. I think I got distracted for a second. I think I was watching something.
I
I'm
glance
sorry.
over at Yuri's face again.
I think
and
I
our
got
eyes
distracted
meet.
for a second.
I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, huh? Right?
Oh yeah, because reading is so friggin' hard.
I don't mind being patient if it takes you a
I'm
bit
out of
longer.
practice with the whole reading thing.
It's probably the least I can do,
That's why I need moral support, you know.
since you've been so
Waifu.
patient with me.
Someone to
Yeah,
literally hold my
thank you.
brain
I'm a
as I
bit slow.
read. That
Thanks.
Yeah, you really slow yourself.
Continue reading.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a
Reading.
bit slow.
Didn't you
Yuri
say you
no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of resembles me. Okay.
No.
Kind of remind me of you. This might be a silly thought, but the main
think
character
so?
kind of resembles me.
How does she?
Kind of reminds me of you. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also has second guess. She also second guesses a lot of things she says and does. Blunt in a lot. She's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But MC, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
What?
That's so embarrassing that you think of that.
Wait, I take it back. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing.
You dingleberry.
I guess
Fuck. Done goofed up.
I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying? What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
Poems.
We might not have enough time
Really
if we wait too
pretentious and
long.
Stupid Mad Libs. I hate this poem. I have not read this poem. I hate this poem. This is... Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts.
Is that all right, Yuri?
Obviously not.
You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not.
In the literature club.
It's fine.
It's a poem. Get over yourself. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
Huh.
Liar.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright.
I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I left. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Who first?
Who should I show my poem to first? I don't know, who do we like the most so far?
Well, the poem itself is mostly, I think, catered at Yuri, from what I remember.
Then we should probably read Yuri's first. Or show it to her the first time. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair.
Sorry, I have bulimia.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Oh, did I say anything out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face.
Yeah.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
yours for?
She's so stupid. at this moment. Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You use your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written for
No,
a
it
little
doesn't.
poetry before.
Literally does not do that. It does
Really?
the opposite.
I
of that.
thought I
It's a
was slow.
stupid poem.
Wow,
Or so.
that's a huge compliment coming from you.
Kiss ass.
This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that kind of thing myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Oops. I think the most notable thing I've recognized in the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her
Yeah, I know,
stammering
right?
is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into even writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging
Literally
part.
on her.
I might take you some time. It might take you some time. But it all comes together with practice. It all comes with practice
No worries.
and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable
I doubt
feedback.
it. I highly doubt it.
Valuable
It's not gonna
feedback.
happen.
Natsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased? How?
Oh shit.
Well,
What are the odds that they actually
Never
wrote
mind.
different dialogue depending on our word choices?
you shouldn't be talking
Instead
about
of just
people. I
identical,
shouldn't be talking about
pre-selected
people like that. Sorry.
responses, no matter what the actual.
Fine.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
No,
Please do.
Don't care.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Share away. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Who should read this? Yuri or me?
No idea.
Huh?
You guys can... Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
I don't mind. Either way. I'm less literate. I can't read.
Okay, I'll read it then.
The fucking style doesn't help.
Alright. I can't read cursive. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
That was some good reading.
Thank you. The poem was menacing as shit, or am I the only one?
Nah, I agree.
Doom. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. I know you.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. That was actually... That was smooth brain.
Smooth brain. But it took you a long time to read.
Yeah, I was busy losing my fucking mind over how
Well,
weird it was.
I don't read script very often.
Script?
I actually think your handwriting's pretty.
so much, such twat.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem.
Liar.
Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
That was mild.
Are you into ghost theory?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, MC.
What?
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the work.
Well,
They
yeah,
usually
but
do
what?
more than tell a simple story or paint a picture.
What?
In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbolically compared to a ghost.
What do you mean,
Lingering in
perhaps?
the last
You fucking
remains
wrote
place
it.
of comfort, unable to let go
You're
of
in
the
the last
past.
place of comfort. I'm gonna like, what the fuck?
And soon, to be left with nothing.
Ugh.
That's a lot more solemn putting weight.
It was so
I am
before.
so illiterate, I'm sorry.
No,
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
No, it's not. It's just edgy and sad. Doesn't make it deep.
Period.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too.
No, it
so
wasn't.
Nah.
I was playing Mad Libs.
If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was really nervous about doing all of this,
Where were you?
but in the
Nervous
end,
about
I
everything.
enjoyed
Maybe
it.
anxiety. Get help. Get
I'm going
meds.
to keep doing my best for you, MC.
Ah, me too. Well, now.
I vote Sayori.
Sayori?
I
Alright.
I'm voting Sayori.
Sayori.
This is a good poem, MC. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course.
Mad Libs. Didn't make it.
It's not that good.
It's really not.
Am I the kind of guy who would write poems in his spare time? Damn.
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously,
I didn't.
or that you wouldn't write one at all.
I wrote 20 words that were randomly selected.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one.
Mm-hmm.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See?
See?
It's like I said before, MC. Deep down, you are not selfish at all, you know.
Selfish lies.
Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori.
I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay?
Okay.
That'll be my way of thanking you.
My
Alright,
personality is nice.
I'm going to hold you onto that then.
Yay. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
No, let's read it. I'm sure it's... and stimulating
We'll
liturgy.
see about that.
1 second, I'm letting Discord load it. There we go.
Oh, my bad. I did it.
Guess not.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
Last line that I didn't read.
I need eggs and toast.
Whatever.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
It's true.
I get all cranky.
Breakfast is poggers.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh,
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
I doubt it.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
Who knew?
well, they're both the same person, so.
No, they aren't.
Oh wait, no, I'm so stupid. I forgot. I keep
Monica? I
forgetting.
don't know.
Okay.
Pog.
Hi, MC. Having a good time so far?
Ah, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, our narrator's gone. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm so much better off just going with the flow. I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to.
Don't worry, MC. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's... I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, MC. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing it.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Alright, I'm back.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Who's reading it? You or me?
I can. Doesn't matter.
Okay, go ahead.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction, the sparkle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas! Already scorched with a permanent copy of this meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. Realizing now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Didn't make any sense.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
No, it's not.
What was the inspiration behind this?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
What?
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
Really?
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's coming on kind of strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point.
Sometimes that's helpful.
If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
Then use a pencil.
So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
Literally
Thanks for
just
listening.
Use a pencil. Stupid metaphor. Oh, right. God. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little too blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass. I don't want to get hit by a grown man.
Little cunt, I will punch you. I swear to
Bye.
God.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Just a second for this to load. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
Liar. What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves?
Yes.
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not.
I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that thing away from her.
Phew.
I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Then sit up to Natsuki's. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's wrong with this language?
Did you say something?
It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Like talent? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And MC did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I can come across something something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
Yeah.
And MC liked my poem too,
I like
you know.
everyone's poem, allegedly.
He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Anger.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that MC appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No.
Such an intolerable cunt. I hate her so
If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything do overly cutesy.
Sayori?
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as MC started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't
involve you.
involve you! Yeah.
Well, fine then, fuck.
Not Sayori.
Sayori.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
MC. She's just trying to make me look bad.
I know. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, MC.
Well, wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. That's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, MC?
Well?
Well,
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be...
Should we go with?
I hate Natsuki. Let's go with Yuri, unless anyone else has a different vote.
you hate
Natsuki.
yourself, bro.
Natsuki's
You're
the
right
best.
that I like. You're right that I like the poem.
See?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't have picked a fight because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting their feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see.
Yuri,
I did notice that I'm really sorry.
but Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well. If you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defined only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki?
She really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair.
Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it well. You handled it... Oh my god. You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, MC. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say?
well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make tea.
That's a good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
MC, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too.
Nope.
So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job for impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
MC? Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
You know, MC? It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
One second. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Poem time. Who wants to go first?
So why don't we actually start
order.
in order, like
Yeah.
Zero, Luminous, Nyaniko, me, and Zen.
Okay, I'll go first. Luminous?
Oh, tenacious.
Amazing?
Fickle.
Sayori?
Oh, raindrops?
Woo. Oh, right, serious.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
Serious?
Do you mean secretive?
Zen.
Yeah.
Zen.
I'll go with misery.
Wonderful.
Wait, it just occurred to me that if we pick the words that we know these characters like, it'll make it easier to romance them. Do we have a girl we want to romance?
They don't. Oh, yeah. I forgot that you didn't. You haven't played this game before. It's
Oh.
a very saucy game. Just saying, it's really saucy.
Ooh. Who should we go for then, since you know?
Yeah.
We're really already on track with going with Yuri.
You think so?
Okay.
Yeah.
Zenny.
Well, Yuri likes sad
Graveyard.
words, so maybe graveyard.
Yeah.
Well, not all
Graveyard.
sad words. Sayori
Oh.
likes to do the sad words too. Yuri likes like the complex ones and the
Oh, right,
description.
right.
The psychological ones.
Like she likes contamination, for example. I'm pretty sure.
Agonize would be one of them. God.
If
Probably.
what does a
Yes.
faggot mean?
If I'd have to guess.
I don't know, but it'll probably go to Yuri. I am correct.
Fear.
I
Sadness.
think fear is Sayori.
Yeah,
Um,
it's Sayori.
Tragedy. That has to be Yuri.
Nope.
Oh,
I guess it has to be like big brain words. It would
Just
have
go
to
for
be
the
the big
yeah,
brain
the big
words.
brain words. Big brain words.
okay, words that I don't know the meaning.
No, 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 no.
Unrequited is Sayori, I think.
Existence.
Existence.
Much more
Okay.
sacred. Yes.
Oh.
Brain
Melancholy.
Holly.
That sounds like Yuri.
Alright.
Inferno.
Inferno.
Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah.
Inferno is.
Sports and Inferno are the same, yeah, true.
Yep.
Okay. two more. Which one?
Probably electricity, I'd have to guess.
Electricity.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Pikachu,
Wow.
thunder attack.
Heart attack. Oh, that's
Used heart attack.
That's Natsuki.
Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, MC.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Ouch.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
Eh? That's not like you at all.
I'd have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why? The hell's in her purse? What do you want?
Why that
Money?
all of a
Tampons?
sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it.
What a creep!
Uh,
Yeah. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out.
I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori, using me as a wallet.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room.
Red hand.
So either you're not hungry and wanted to make an excuse to walk, or you had planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some.
Buy her a
But
freaking
there's one
snack,
more
you
thing.
dickhead.
You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty.
Yuri suddenly giggles.
Eh?
I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Liar.
Eerie? Tell MC to let me borrow some money.
That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after putting a mischievous stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution.
If I was Sayori, I
Damn.
just straight up wouldn't talk to MC anymore. What a dick.
Ah,
Buy your snackers.
did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into the
You
book.
liar. Liar, liar, liar.
I really like when you speak your mind, Eerie. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
That's... there's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That.
Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
Foreshadowing.
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But
Sayori's just playing.
He wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making
Sayori's
them.
actually super clever. She's just playing.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
We got it for fans. What?
Damn.
Dead.
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow. What? Cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution?
Nope. Retribution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though.
Natsuki. That's so nice of you.
I assaulted you with food.
I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie.
Jeez, just eat it already.
Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. trying to eat
Yours
her
looks
cookie
really
too?
good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
I swear to God. Jeez. Woman's gonna eat the whole cookie. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica! Can you tell Sayori... Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway?
Lumi.
Oh, good question. Have any of you heard about the thing about her being late today?
I'm not
Sayori.
sorry, have you?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
She's dead.
That's a bit unusual.
Neck snap. I'm calling it
I
now.
hope she's okay.
Snap Neko. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't
Ditching
think
club.
she has a...
A boyfriend. Oh my god.
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
Lies.
That's true.
Excuse me! Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Hey, your neck's intact. How about that? Gawker.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Never had
But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me.
Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyways?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Liar.
Piano?
Lying ass liar.
I wasn't aware you played piano music.
Your
You played
lies are
music
blatant
as well,
lies.
Monica.
I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better I will.
Yay.
That sounds so cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, MC.
Monica smiles sweetly.
Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks!
Right.
So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really.
I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cooking. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
Fucking gremlin.
Hey, Yuri.
Uh,
I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one that we've been reading together.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no. I was kind of just waiting for you.
Ah, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Mako?
Not at all.
It's free country.
Thanks very
Oh, wait, this is
much.
the pen.
If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure.
Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down at the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Where are you two off to?
We're just Yuri was going to make some tea, so
I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica.
We're just filling the water pitcher.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
That's,
Monica, please mind your own business for
Oh,
once.
snap.
Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with me with helping involve with helping involve MC and club activities. Sorry.
Eh?
uh,
My mouth gapes.
Thanks, motorcycle outside. Very cool. I
Yeah,
suppose
cool.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I guess he likes speed.
Hmm. Then let's go, MC.
Okay.
Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri,
I just... Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
no, Yuri.
I think... Oh wait, oops.
That's mine. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Was she really judging, or just pointing out the
MC,
fact that filling water in a
how come
pitcher is a
even when I do
one-person
something
job?
bad,
It's not that complicated.
you're
Takes
being
like
nice to
10
me?
seconds to accomplish.
Because
Yeah.
nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head.
Amen.
Nobody's perfect. We all have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you
Foreshadow.
always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns into a rain shower in... Oh my god. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
Foreshadowing.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say? Um,
Yuri lifts her head.
MC, I really like being friends with you.
Me too. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too.
I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better.
Anyways.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah.
Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
MC, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Oolong's trash. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course.
Celsius, that's some boiling tea.
Yuri.
I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will.
Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself.
You must be in a really good mood.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed.
That's how that works.
I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided I would try
What? Come on.
You cut off.
Oh, did I? Oops. Sorry. I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When
Make it
it's
till you make it.
when it's you who's around anyway.
I see. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, MC.
Yeah.
It's very
That'd be
endearing.
nice.
That's...
Bare minimum. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
MC, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why is that?
It's a little bit easier on
You're
my back.
15, you don't have back problems.
I can read with my back against the wall when they're sitting over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries.
15
I just have back pain fairly
Fake
regularly,
news.
so I do try my...
Is that so? I wonder, why is that?
It's most likely because of my... my...
Your posture, right? Because what else would it be?
Uh-huh.
Always hunched over like that while reading.
Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book.
I retrieved the book from my bag.
Ah, I have some chocolate as well.
It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, and since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each of us holding the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer together to each other.
I can't see too well.
See this dick? Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that... because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper.
Sorry.
I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper.
You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Bitch.
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged just
No one
on the
gives a shit.
pages.
You make a good point. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Snuggles and cuddles and warmth. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg.
Well, in that case...
Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate into her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me as like she needs to confirm what just happened.
MC,
Eat chocolate. biscuits.
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right?
Before,
I
each
mean,
other chocolate. Not really in this kind of context, but
yeah. That's all it was.
yeah.
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 Then
You breathing?
you don't need to stop or anything.
I see.
This situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arms.
Breasts.
Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers.
Okay, everyone.
Ah,
Yuri jolts back.
It's time to share poems. MC, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah.
Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up.
Who should we go for first? Should we go for Yuri? Then?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face.
Do you like it?
MC. This one might be even be better than this. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's... You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery.
Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what, Yuri?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time.
Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me
Come,
really happy.
liar.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before?
Yuri nods.
Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that?
Again, Yuri nods.
Huh. Even your closest friends?
Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why.
Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah. I do. If it's with you.
Now we have cursive. I hate myself. My- No, it's my push to talk is on control, and I guess that skipped.
Okay. Okay.
So sorry, I should change it.
Yeah, I thought so. This is why you don't use push to talk. You little
Oh, I'm
cunt.
sorry.
I already told you. I warned you. I literally told you not to use it because it is trash. And you used it. This is karma. This is what you get. Okay. Anyways. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that.
No, you can.
It's a lot more metaphorical.
No, it isn't. It doesn't exist.
I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express imaginary imagery, conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep
Shut up,
myself.
you're not special.
So I sometimes enjoy writing about
I
them.
hate this pretentious.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
But because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, MC?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
Like what?
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, MC.
That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel.
Oh wait,
I
that's
read
me.
Yuri's line, my bad.
Motherfucker.
God.
I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost really look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that.
It's really nothing. It's nothing, really.
Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear.
Let's go, Monica.
Okay. Hi again, MC. How's the writing going?
It's going alright, I suppose.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
Doubt.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go.
I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
Called it.
Maybe. I guess so. You can't deny that she's really talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it.
No, that's literally not the best way to describe it.
She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I've noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light lights up inside her.
Sadly, It's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her.
What? You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
Wait, really?
Bullshit.
Yeah, a fictional one anyway.
Husbands.
That's a relief.
Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
She's one of those weird husbando stands. It's just a hot butt.
Well, there's not really anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know.
Yeah, judgmental.
I was just saying. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing on a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me!
Well, it's more abstract than your last one.
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like
Wrote
it.
Load me.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper.
If she was supposed
Choosing
to
where
say
and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
What does that mean?
I see. That's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
It's nonsense.
Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question.
What?
A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feelings,
What?
or a conversation with the reader.
What?
So putting it that way, not every poem is about something.
What?
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision.
Uh-oh.
When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Foreshadowing.
You never know when you might change your mind,
Foreshadowing. Oh my god.
or when something unexpected may happen.
Oh my god. Literally telling us how
Wait,
to play
is
the
this
game.
tip even about writing?
She's talking to us. Save the game. Save the game. She
I
knows.
believe you just broke the fourth wall.
She's aware.
Uh-oh.
You hear the shattering of
What
that
am I
fourth
even
wall?
talking about?
Well, this is telling.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for
Uh-oh.
listening.
There's gonna be a save opportunity coming up, I swear to god.
Wait, does the game save automatically?
No, you have to save it manually.
So she's reminding you how to play the game.
Uh-oh.
She's
She's
gonna
reminding us something bad may happen and that we need to save. Aha. Ha.
There's something.
I liked your last one better.
What? Really?
Well, yeah, I could tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat.
That may be true, but I wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this out.
I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Haha, making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning. It's just an excuse to have no meaning at all.
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion, and I'm sure you figured that out already.
Sure.
Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. What's this? Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me get up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
Damn.
I
Little
applaud the clap.
wrench killed her.
Wow, how spider-phobic of you, Natsuki. Totally not a metaphor for anything.
Spider-Man
bad,
cries
right?
from her in the corner.
She's gonna be
It's
dog
quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message here is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it.
Yeah, spider-phobic.
Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Gay rights.
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what somebody likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't feel... Oh my god, I'm so bad. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those sort of things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I would doubt she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like that I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. In general. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson.
Yeah, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next?
There's only one option.
Who? Who should I? Siri, help me with this mystery.
Ooh. I like this one, MC. It has some nice feelings in it.
I'm glad. Does it mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. And again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know if that kind of writing you like, if that's the kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah. Me neither.
Pickle.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you wanna write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Yeah? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right?
Complicated?
What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, MC. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie. Jesus, what? It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging, digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends looking through my locked front door. Finally, all done. And I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends. My friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
That was deep. Holy crap. Nori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Did I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I didn't really expect. I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good and you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself, please.
Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it in no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
You just completely...
Sorry. I thought you heard about it from Sayori. We're going to be performing.
What? Performing?
Monica.
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too.
That sounds dangerous.
So Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. Not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that.
Then don't. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys?
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri had never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Hmm.
But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
Didn't that game come out last year? That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me with no choice.
I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help out a bit.
Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine! I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright.
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Sai, I guess I really don't have a choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of...
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is all too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now, let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was good, Monica.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances around at each of us.
Sayori?
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called Afterimage of a Crimson.
Of course it is. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, and that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. And I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we don't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard by somewhat by what we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds up the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
It looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow.
Ah. Ha.
Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori,
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone than I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
I did it.
good job, Sayori.
Even MC liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing.
I'll be right back.
It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Oh, he's gone. Don't make me go before MC. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. I might as well let MC lower everyone's standards a little more before I have to do it.
Natsuki.
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you guys all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
I'm back. Huh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say! You better not make me do that again!
Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you'll have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up home and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this.
Alright.
I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best.
Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going to home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys,
Jeez.
don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well,
How am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, MC. You don't have to say it.
whatever. Let's go already.
I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home.
Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. What would we do, guys?
Oh, snap. I mean, are we romancing Yuri? Was that decided? Or are we sticking with Sayori?
I'm fine with either.
We do have to keep Sayori's emotions in check, though.
No, we don't. Let's go with Yuri. Makes
I feel like
sense.
whoever
So-
we don't walk with is gonna have a bad end. We're gonna have a bad end with.
Hmm.
Oh,
Kill
So,
her. I mean, what?
I don't
what?
think it's that deep.
Walking home with Yuri, huh?
Why does the thought of that make my heart pound?
I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating about something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time?
Oh boy, phone time.
Yeah, after this, should we stop? It's been 3 hours.
I was
There
thinking the
is
same thing.
Part that's like a really big like part ender, like end of Act 1. We should probably keep going to that.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the giant arc ender. I remember that. It's pretty fun.
Wait, are these the options we picked? Oh no, never mind.
Who's first
there's the
again?
poem for the festival. Right.
Yeah,
I'll go
that.
first.
Definitely
Judgment.
Who's next?
Word is next. Lumi, it's your turn.
Oh, philosophy. Yummy.
Disaster?
Of course.
Incongruent.
What? You want me?
Fucking
Tragedy.
nerd.
I'll go with eternity.
Despise.
Bottom right. My turn, right? Melancholy.
Raindrops. One eye.
Desire? I don't know what sounds tragic. Oh, hurt.
Too late.
Mm,
Gone.
Uncanny.
Fantasy. Wait, no shame. Yes. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Sensation?
Wait, whose turn is it?
Misery sounds dark. Misery. Yeah, no. What? How could she be miserable?
I'm gonna go with tenacious. Yuri, Lumi.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. Pain.
What?
Pain or
Oh,
disobedient. Oh, fucking Sayori.
This is weird.
Is it my turn or whose turn or?
Yeah, it's your
I think it's your
turn.
turn, Yanako.
Okay, Inferno.
I'd be surprised if it's Natsuki.
Vivacious. Complicated word.
Vivacious.
Ah, that's smart.
Too big brain for me.
Oh, intellectual.
Big brain. Infallible.
Aw, man. I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano?
Well, maybe not determination,
Determination.
but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it weren't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too.
Guys, something just came up. I can't stream anymore.
Huh?
Oh,
Something came up. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, so we have to end now?
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry.
Alright.
it's
Alright.
okay.
No worries.
Alright, save
We
it
can leave the game here then.
later.
Okay then. It was great streaming with you guys.
Eh.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
So, guess that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I guess we're gonna save the game from here. And we'll continue this again next time.
Yeah.
Hope you like it.
Thanks
Yeah.
everyone in like all streams for
Oh,
like
yeah.
tuning in and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, because of the delay, I tried deciphering when you guys would finish so I can skip easily.
Chats.